So, you've probably seen the name Copilot popping up just about everywhere. And if you're feeling a little confused, trust me, you are not alone. It really does seem like there is a Copilot for everything these days. But are they all the same thing? Let's dive in and clear this up once and for all. This is the big question, right? I mean, they both have Microsoft in their family tree, they both have Copilot in the name, so they must just be different versions of the same AI? Yeah? Well, the answer is actually a big fat no. And if you stick with me, you're going to see exactly why. All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll get to the bottom of the confusion. Then, we're going to break down each tool one by one. One that's built for coders and one that's built for the office. After that, we'll put them head to head, and we'll finish up with a super simple way for you to know which one is the right fit for you. Let's do it. Yeah, the confusion is totally understandable. It really all boils down to one brand name being slapped on two completely different tools that have different origins and are made for totally different people. Let's just take a quick look at where they came from. You know, this timeline really tells the whole story. GitHub Copilot was the original, hitting the scene way back in 2021 as the super specialized tool just for developers. Then, a full 2 years later, in 2023, Microsoft rolled out what was then called Bing Chat for everybody, which eventually grew up to become the Microsoft Copilot we know today. So two separate launches for two completely different worlds. Okay, so let's zoom in on that first product. This is the one that was built from the ground up for a very specific skill, a very specific craft, writing software. The key is right here in this definition. GitHub Copilot is an AI assistant that literally lives inside a developer's main workspace, their IDE. You can just think of the IDE as the digital workshop where all the magic, all the coding actually happens. Copilot's entire reason for being is to help with that one single job. And oh boy, does it help in some powerful ways. Code completion? It's like a crazy smart autocomplete that suggests whole chunks of code while you type. Then there's Copilot Chat, which lets you ask questions about your code without ever leaving your editor. In agent mode, it can even figure out all the different files it needs to change to finish a complex task for you. All of this stuff is just deeply woven into how a developer works every single day. You know, the absolute best way to think about it is like this. GitHub Copilot is a specialized power tool. Seriously, it's like a high-end table saw for a woodworker. It's designed to do one really complex job and do it exceptionally well. You wouldn't use it to write an email, just like you wouldn't use a table saw to, spread jam on your toast. Okay, let's switch gears and look at the other side of the Copilot family. This one isn't designed for a code editor, it's designed for the apps you're probably using every single day in the office. Now, this is a really important point. While there is a free version of Microsoft Copilot for just, personal web searches and stuff, the tool we're actually comparing to GitHub Copilot is its much more powerful business sibling, Microsoft 365 Copilot. This is the one that plugs right into your company's private data. And here is its secret sauce. Microsoft 365 Copilot integrates directly into apps you already know, like Word, Excel, and Teams. The magic here is that it has context. It can see your organization's documents, your emails, your presentations, all that stuff to help you get your real work done. So what does that actually look like in real life? Well, it means asking it to summarize the important points from a Teams meeting you couldn't make it to. It means generating a super complex Excel formula just by describing what you want in plain English. Or it could even mean drafting an entire proposal in Word from just a single sentence. It's all about automating those common office tasks. So, if GitHub Copilot is that specialized power tool, then Microsoft 365 Copilot is your versatile multi-tool. It's like a Swiss Army knife for the office. It's got a little tool for presentations, a tool for spreadsheets, a tool for documents, all packed into one thing, ready to help you with a ton of different everyday jobs. Okay, we've met the contenders. Now it's time to put the power tool and the multi-tool side by side for the showdown. First up, functionality. What do they actually do? This is the most fundamental difference. GitHub Copilot is laser-focused on one thing, creating and fixing code. Microsoft 365 Copilot, on the other hand, is all about automating office tasks and analyzing business data. Their core purpose is just worlds apart. Next, where do they even live? GitHub Copilot operates in the developer's natural habitat, their code editor, the command line, and of course GitHub.com. Meanwhile, Microsoft 365 Copilot lives where business pros spend their time, inside Word, Excel, Teams, and Outlook. They're in completely different ecosystems for completely different jobs. And this right here,
This brings it all home. Who are these tools built for? The answer could not be clearer. GitHub Copilot is for software developers. Period. And Microsoft 365 Copilot is for business professionals. One builds the software, the other uses software to run the business.
So after all of that, we can finally answer the most important question. How in the world do you know which one you should be looking at?
Honestly, it all comes down to one simple question. Where do you do your work? If your day is spent inside a code editor, writing and testing software, your AI partner is GitHub Copilot. If your day is spent bouncing between Word, Excel, and Teams, your partner is Microsoft 365 Copilot. It really is that simple. It's the power tool for the builder versus the multi-tool for the operator.
So there you have it. The confusion is cleared. They are two totally distinct tools for two totally distinct professions. Now that you know which one is actually designed for the work you do, the only question left is, what will you create with it?